Hey there, Munchie Mafia. Good evening. And yes, I am one day early because apparently I don't know how to read a calendar. Um, so we are doing our mystery wheel of misfortune. And what we ended up with is fish sticks, sweet potatoes, artichokes, and Tajin. So let's get to it. Hey, all right. And as Greg would happen to mention, I'm not late this time because I'm a whole day early, man. Don't judge me, but judge me. I don't care. So I looked for the cheapest, most gross looking fish sticks I could find, and this is the best I could find was Vandy Camps. Does anybody have any idea what I could possibly be doing with this? And please don't say fish tacos because that would be like the easy thing to do, right? Right? So let me know what you think I'm going to make. Let's see who can actually guess while I sit here and mangle these fish sticks. Let's see, 3, 6, 9. We're going to go with 12. What's up? I'm up. I'm on the right side of the grass today. Feeling a little better than I did yesterday and the day before that. Thank you all so very much for hanging out in the live yesterday on Off Topic Squirrel. I really needed some laughter and crazy hijinks. That's shenanigans, yeah, shenanigans. So, yeah, I really desperately needed that. So we got 12 fish sticks here. Any idea what I could be making? I know one thing's for certain. I'm going to try my best to peel off all this stuff. Oh, Jesus criminy, I almost took my finger off. All right. I might have to revisit this. Okay, so we're just going to chop it. We're just going to chop it in little pieces just to make it easier and faster to cook. Thank goodness I went and bought myself some panko breadcrumbs. Who can guess what I'm making? Let's see. We've got Mason Hefner. We got Greg.
On top.
Ceviche? No, not ceviche. We would not be using frozen fish sticks for ceviche. The reason being is because the fish that's generally used for this purpose is usually loaded full of parasites. And it's not generally recommended to use that specific kind of fish for anything that's raw. Even if it's cooked in acid, it can still, the parasites can still survive that. That's why you should always make sure that any fish that you purchase, even though it's frozen, because they can they might not have been frozen enough to kill the parasite, that you cook it all the way through unless you really want worms, and that's not fun. Heard of some pretty nasty horror stories related to eating undercooked seafood that wasn't properly prepared for that application, making people horribly sick to the point where they ended up riddled with worms that even penetrated the blood-brain barrier. Ended up, developing some weird, almost dementia-like symptoms. So that's the last thing that we want. But that's a good guess. Hey there, let's see, who else do we have? We have Help Grow Food. I think I said Mason and Greg and Teresa. Welcome. So I probably, I was thinking to myself, I think this is going to be a lot easier if I do this while they're still frozen. And it was a 50-50 because I've never done this idea before. So this is kind of a new thing. We're going to see if we can make a restaurant quality composed dish with just these ingredients and whatever else I had in my pantry. So just to give you some hints, so maybe it's easier to guess, I've got an egg wash here. I've got panko. I've got some horseradish, cheddar cheese, and smoked garlic. Smoked garlic and horseradish. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. It's caramelized onion. It's a French onion. Wine-soaked cheese that I've been wanting to get rid of. It's really delicious, but it's, something that I don't eat a lot because I am lactose intolerant. Seafood cheesecake. That's a good guess. And for the life of me, I cannot find fresh artichokes right now. They're not in season in this area. So I got some marinated, jar of marinated artichokes. So maybe that might give you another idea as to what I could possibly be making. But that's a good guess. It's a good guess. Very good guess. Very, very, very good guess. Fishy nuggies. Well, they're no longer fishy nuggies. They're little sad little cubes of I don't know what. And then we also have our sweet potato, which I had baked off. What we are going to do, and it's been cooled, hopefully cooled enough. We're actually going to add the Tajin to the sweet potato because Tajin actually prefers sweet. It's got a little bit of a spicy to it, but not horribly spicy. And then some Romano cheese. We're going to put some Romano cheese into that to add some of the salty that we need for this, but also at the same time, just dump sugar all over the place. We're going to add some brown sugar. So this is 2 sweet potatoes. I contemplated buying canned, but I saw the price on canned and was like, because what we call, oh my God. So Help Grow Food guessed it right. Yes. Very good. All right. So he got it. Hello, Simon. Go check out Yes I Can Barbecue when you get a chance. He's got a pretty cool channel. All right. So yes, we are making croquettes. And what is a croquette, you say? Well, it's a deep fried thing, which I got my I got my oil going in my little pot back here. I thought, well, with all the stuff that I've got going on right now on my table, not really going to be able to fit the deep fryer up here. Okay, so now we're going to mix that sugar in there. And I find that baking them thoroughly gives it the best texture. But at the same time, they're really, really moist. So what I probably should have done was returned it to a pan on a low temperature and just let them dry out a little bit. All right. So I've not put any egg in there. I contemplated putting egg in here, but have you seen the price of mother effing eggs lately? It's like, no, I want to, but at the same time, I don't want to. So Tajin and sweet potato. And we're probably going to want to add just, I don't know, let's take a taste, see how it tastes. I love sweet potato. Needs more tahini. We might just go a little overly aggressive with it. Oh, that didn't sound good. So we reached 44 degrees today. We're in a heat wave. Been pretty damn cold, but not nearly as cold as other areas like Louisiana. I guess they got hit pretty hard with like 15 inches of snow. And I think Andy of the Menorcan Mullet made a comment yesterday during Food Boats Live that they were experiencing an ice storm over in Georgia. And Florida got some snow. I guess apparently Florida doesn't know what to do with themselves. Basically, the snow over in Louisiana had shut down some areas because they don't get snow that often. A dozen eggs for $6, you're lucky, because today when I was at the store, they had a dozen eggs for $8.
Eight? I paid 11 last time I was there.
They were for 12. $11 is for the 18. But if you want a 60 pack, they're like $25. That's just freaking nuts. Okay. So we're just going to set this aside for a moment. Let that sit there and get happy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get some of this artichoke drained off. If I can get it out of there. Not having to stick my fingers in there. Oh my God. Guess I'm going to have to stick my fingers in there. So have we figured out what the rest of this dish is going to be? Tax. Hey, Viper. So we're playing the guess what Sivi is making. Oh my God, those marinated artichokes are so good. All right. So now we're going to get a pan, heat it up, and come back over here. I don't know about you, but I love artichokes. I hate cooking them though. It really causes me a lot of grief because I have seasonal allergies, and it sets off my hay fever in the worst way. I mean, it's pretty bad. Both my eyes would swell up and couldn't breathe through my nose. It was stuffy, but running at the same time. All right, so we're only going to need half of this onion. We're going to save the other half for another day because Monday I'm taking the day off. I'm going to just do my own thing, whatever civvies do on a Sunday, and just do nothing tomorrow. Just try to get my head back in the game. But we are going to be making a cassoulet with that Cooper River Farm Southern sausage, the Southern Classic, we're going to bulk it out with some smoked pork shanks. I was actually quite surprised I was able to find those today. I was like looking around and looking around and looking around. And it's like couldn't find the damn things. They weren't over in the ham section where you think they would be. I was like, oh, don't tell me I have to go to the butcher shop. And I was talking to one of my colleagues while I was doing my grocery shopping. And we were talking about egg prices. He wanted to know what egg prices were. He goes, well, over at Trader Joe's, they got them for $4. I'm like, I don't have a Trader Joe's. What makes you think I've got a Trader Joe's around here? I live out in the middle of nowhere. You've been to my house. You know where I live. Cabinet door. Okay, so come over here. Give a splashy of some olive oil. Now, I don't want my hands to smell stinky, so I'm just going to walk this on over. I'm going to add the onions first. And build this in layers. Turn that down because my oil is getting really bubbly. And I'm down to 1 head of my smoked garlic. So guess what's going to be happening very soon? Very, very, very soon. You want to switch cameras?
I was watching your onions.
Huh?
I was watching your onions.
Oh, you were watching my onion?
Yeah, I didn't want them to burn.
You weirdo. You're a weirdo. All right. Hey, she cooks and roasts. And hey, Callie Kush, welcome. So, help grow food. Guessed correctly. I am making sweet potato croquettes. That was a great guess. I figured that nobody would guess. So I'm making sweet potato croquettes, and they have Tajin in there and a little bit of Romano cheese, grated Romano. Oh, but Sivi, what's the rest of the cheese for? Well, I'm going to show you in a little bit. Just hang tight. I didn't do much prep today. I was just kind of sitting around on my porch. So, all right. So this is smoked garlic. I buy these by the big bag, and I'll throw them all in smoker when I'm doing a large smoke, or big smoke. And so I try to use up as much area in my smoker as humanly possible so that I can maximize the usage. If I'm going to use an electric smoker, I might as well, really get a lot of use out of it, right? But for those that are new to the channel. I smoke a lot of things, but it's been very cold here lately, so I've not been smoking anything. Plus, I hadn't really been home much. So, I've got a East Oak smoker. It's on my porch. And whenever I'm doing large smokes, I throw a bunch of other random things in there. All right, so those onions are doing really well. I originally wanted to knock all this breading off of the fish so that I could actually use the breading for the croquettes, but I had a feeling that that was not going to work out. And besides, I needed panko anyway for Monday. Monday's live will be a French dish, and it is cassoulet. It's going to be featuring the Cooper River Farm sausage, the Southern Classic, and it's also going to have smoked pork shank in it. But all right, so now we're going to add this garlic to it. Probably should have checked the box to see if these things are raw. Minced pollock. Keep frozen. Do not thaw. Appliances vary. Just cooking times. It does not say if they're fully cooked. Let's see here. Cook thoroughly. Okay, so I think that would be safe to say that those things are raw. They're raw. All right. So I'm just going to give them a stirry stir. Sausage. Yes, we're doing sausages or Monday. Today's Saturday. Hey, Larry. And welcome. All right. Whoops. Oh, my God. Keep it in the pan, Sivi. Keep it in the pan. All right. Hit it with some sherry. Turn on the oven to 375. Yes, there's plenty of things in the oven. It's called cast iron.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
No, I had baked the sweet potatoes off whole in the oven, right? Hey, coffee cake loving bish. So yeah, it took about they were pretty huge. I mean, those things were bigger than my bicep. And so my arms ain't small. And it's not because I'm a fluffy girl. I'm just very, very muscular. So I baked those off whole for about an hour and 15 minutes. The sweeter the sweet potato, the less time it takes to cook, but it's just marginally so. So now we're going to add some capers, because I do like the briny taste that it imparts into dishes. We figured out what the other part to this dish is going to be. And also, frying off your capers will also take some of that saltiness away a little bit. But it just adds this brilliant flavor to it that's just freaking glorious. All right, so now these are starting to break up a little bit. And, now I think about it, it probably won't be so bad with the breading still on the fish. It will help tie the room together, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I'm gonna give it a little bit more sherry. I drunk this fish up, man. Just give it a good drink. It's thirsty. Been out of water for a while, so it's like, oh yeah, thank you, Sivi. Give me a little bit of that sherry, that cheap ass freaking grocery store sherry. I couldn't you have gotten some cognac or Armagnac at least? All right. And then we have this. So we figured out what we're making our onesies in.
Yes.
Hello, onesies. You guys are gonna love this. Cheap ass fish sticks, all pulverized into a pan in the little chunks, with the breading still attached because I'm a dumbass. I should have thawed them out first. I was gonna chop it all off and or just carefully remove it all and reuse it, but that didn't happen. So there's about 12 fish sticks, about a third of a jar of mostly drained capers. Okay. And a whole lot of sherry. Except for that, I really badly want Old Bay. Because I really love Old Bay. I love fish sticks too, but just not these ones. I like it when I make my own. Or what I call fish fries. Because they kind of look like, you know, like French fries. And they're beer battered usually. Okay, so we got some fond going on at the pan. And this is about the time that we're going to get our brick of cream cheese. Or, I'm sorry, we're not going to get our brick of cream cheese. We're going to get our, oh, what the hell am I doing? God, I'm a dingbat today. Okay, put that there. We're going to start adding these marinated artichokes. I could not find fresh artichokes at the grocery store. So I was like, oh no, how am I going to do this? Oh, I know. Just get a can of them. And I was like, looking at the can, I was like, do I get the canned ones or do I get the marinated ones? Marinated ones, at least they have some flavor to them. I tasted one. Okay, I tasted three. Just see what they tasted like, see if they had salt to them. There's no salt to them. It's like, how the hell do you make a marinated artichoke and not put any mother effing salt in there? So, just going to go in. Yes, lots of lemon. I love lemon. What I also love is malt vinegar. Malt vinegar. Malt vinegar. I love malt vinegar with my fish, but we're not putting that in there. But we are going to add this to it so that we can get some of this also cooked down and get some of the ick out of there. All right. New gloves. Where's my garbage bowl? There it is. All right. I've never made this before, okay? So, you know, when we do the Wheel of Fortune, or Wheel of Misfortune, I should say, it's all a guessing game. Kind of like our own little version of Chopped. I'm really starting to smell that seasoning. We're gonna hit it with just a little bit more sherry. There's a lot of browning happening on the bottom of that pan. Tilty, tilty, tilty. Get it all out of there. Yay! Look at that. Okay, knock some of the chill off of that uh, artichoke. Oops. And don't worry, if Timmy doesn't like it, I'm gonna make him a Reuben. I'm not gonna force him to eat something he doesn't like. So anyway, now we got that going. Got it all over the stove. Now we're going to take our cream cheese and we're going to dump the cream cheese in there. Let it get nice and warm and toasty and melty and all that other happy hogwash. Antique stuff in the barn. I like antique stuff. Some might even say that I'm an antique. All right. All right. I'm going to break this up. This didn't sit out very long out of the fridge. Going out for like an hour. You want to bring your cream cheese to room temperature. Yeah, that bundt cake was freaking gorgeous. It did look good. It looked freaking outrageous. I would eat that for breakfast. All right. Now, I'm going to give it some sour cream. He's like, good God, how much of this are you making? Oh, I don't know. At least we have some Ritz crackers. And so, anyway, what we're making, and I didn't have to let Derek know because he loves fish dip. Making fish dip. Making a hot fish dip. It's going to have that horseradish, or not horseradish, not horseradish, it's a wine macerated white cheddar cheese with caramelized onion in it and garlic, roasted garlic. All right, here we go. And now we have that. This really smells good. Should probably taste it just to make sure that it's got enough salt in it. What? Oh, hello, camera. We're gonna put some salt. I need some salt. And this is one of those things where, you know, if you got a whole bunch of stuff in your freezer and the refrigerator, but you just don't know what the hell to make, just grab it and think about it for a little bit. You take a couple bong rips. Not that I do that, but and use your creativity. You know? All right, let's give it a tasty taste. Because we want that salt to be on point. All right, we have that. And now Now we got the fish dip. Yes, fish dip. It actually has a nice texture to it. I was kind of afraid. But no, turned out pretty good. All right. Let's grab some of this cheese, cut it in little segments. Now, if you're lactose intolerant, you probably want to just avoid this. If you have a problem with gluten, just use some uncoated fish. All right. Or you can even try it with a can of tuna. No, don't do that. But you can use canned salmon. All right, so now we're just going to go over the top of this with the cheese. This thing is not left-handed friendly. If you end up with little chunks like that, it's not a big whoop. It's all going to melt. But I like a lot of cheese. It don't like me, but I like a lot of cheese. Am I going the wrong direction? No. All right. So you always want to make sure that your fry pan is in fact oven safe to a certain degree. Now, if you have non-stick with Teflon and you've got exotic birds, just don't do it. Just transfer it to a dish. Better to be safe than sorry, because Teflon pans, when heated up, can emit a fumeless toxic gas that will kill your birds quicker than you can say boo. I mean, it's like guaranteed parrot fatality. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're doing stuff like this. Definitely go and plop it into a ramekin or a glass dish or stoneware or something that is oven safe. And this is ceramic coated copper. But we don't really want it up that high. We only need it at 300, just enough to melt the cheese. We still gotta make the croquettes. Okay, there. Cheese, spready. Boom. All right. Into the oven. Oh, son of a bitch. Did I really just do that? How the hell did I do that? I guess we got milk all over the floor now. Oh. That's beyond paper towel, honey. Beyond paper towel. F my life. Wreck-It Ralph. It's all over my blender. All over the floor. There's a spider on the floor. No, I'm not afraid of spiders. Okay, there we go. All right, so now on to making croquettes, because my oil is way too hot now. It is smoking. All right. Yes, we have a new one, Spready. Actually, Spready's been around forever, but yes. All right, so now we're going to take a bit of our croquette, or a sweet potato, I should say. We're going to make a ball. We're going to make about a dozen. I think a dozen is going to be enough. These are fun to make. For those that are just joining, a little bit of brown sugar. These have been, the sweet potatoes have been baked whole for about an hour, 15 minutes until they're very soft. Then you peel them and then you mash it and cool it down to room temperature or cooler. You want them about the size of a golf ball because you want one bite, maybe 2 bites. Now, some of the other things you could do with this is you could stuff cheese inside. But we already got too much damn dairy, so just a little bit of Romano to just give it a little lift, you know. All right. And help grow food. Actually guessed correctly. How? I don't know. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Just a little smidge more. 9. 10. This could probably make about 20, 24. 9, 10, 11. 12. And part of the reason why I just kind of left it without the egg in there is because maybe I might make some gnocchi out of these to go with the rest of it. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 10, 11, 12. Some gnocchi, some sweet potato gnocchi with the remainder to go with our cassoulet. I think that would be brilliant. Okay, egg wash. It's just eggs and some half and half. And if you're lactose intolerant, just use water. All right. Oh, crikey, I forgot to do that. Need more Tajin. Not too much because these will fry up dark otherwise. Okay. There we go. All right. One, 2. Oh my. Yes, I forgot to egg wash it. You're right. 2. Egg wash. Scoot that over, bring that closer. Hey, what an idea. Look at me go. I'm all sorts of special today. So. All right. 3. Now, these don't take very long to fry up. Not that long at all. Is it getting smoky in here? Or is it just my imagination?
Yes.
Yes? Should probably turn the fan on, huh?
Burning.
The oil is warm. I turned it down a whole lot. Maybe I should have gotten the deep fryer out. You think? Probably. Would I have? Probably not. All right. Let's just stick with 4 for right now. So, Hang on a second. I know, I go through so many gloves. I don't like my fingers sticky. All right, let's take a look here. And one of the things you're going to need is a slotted spoon. So we're going to just take that. We're going to just gently drop it into the oil. It's probably too much oil. 1, 2, 3. Let's just stick with 3 for right now because I put too much oil in the pan. Yes, you can make them out of sweet potatoes. You can also make it out of ube. I've seen people make it out of parsnip, but the texture just wasn't quite there. It was kind of gross. But I've seen it happen. But I think gnocchi would be kind of nice to put in with our cassoulet, you know, just as a little thing. All right, here we go. One, 2. And I always put a little tiny bit of shredded lettuce down on my plate so that they're not swimming in their own oil. I know it looks kind of weird. It's not a garnish. It's there on purpose just to keep. Oh, they can't see it. Okay. So let me. How about now? Can you see it now? I have no freaking idea. Let me see. Okay, let's move this over here. We moved the table again. All right. Safety first. Uno. And dos. Gloves. More panko. I know, right? See here. All right, let's move this out of the way. Move this closer. Droppy, droppy, twirly, twirly. And into, I did it again. Did not put in the seasoning. Only takes a few minutes or a minute or two. You don't want to overdo it because they do get a little on the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. We got croquettes and fish dip. All right. You all still with me? Whee. All right. Going by thirds. 1, 2. Right into the oil. The other one's all done. One, 2. 3, was really funny because the food boat is at the Charleston Boat Show this weekend. They did some lives, and they had Fred Newville. I freaking love that guy. It's like if anybody has a similar style to cooking, I think that he and I would get along great in the kitchen because both of us are classically trained in French techniques. And the way he builds his flavors, his flavor profiles, very similar. Very, very, very similar. All right. One. But Reggie was there. Gabby was there today. I'm not sure who's going to be there tomorrow. Colin?
I know Colin.
Colin's going to be there. Huh?
He's fun.
Fred going to be there again?
Huh?
Fred? Or no Fred?
I don't think so.
Oh. But no Reggie, right?
Yeah, I don't think Reggie's going to be there.
Who knows? Maybe Tiger's favorite girl will be on the show. Maybe Derek will call her up and say, hey, Claudia, come on out and cook on the food boat. We're at the Charleston Boat Show. We all know how much Tiger loves Claudia.
They'd never let him back.
Huh?
They'd never let him back after that.
Oh, yeah. Probably. All right, let's get that out of the way. Get my mess cleaned up. Our cheese should be just about ready. Ready to rock and roll. We made a mess everywhere, though. Gosh dang. All righty, Rue. There we go. Set that right there. Get rid of that. I just got rid of my spoon, didn't I? Oh my God, what a dipstick. I need my spoon. All right. We have animals that like to climb on counters. If you have animals that like to climb on counters, always keep a lid handy for your pot if you're going to be cooking this on the stove. That way, if they climb up, they're not going to burn themselves. Oh no, I'm boiling over into the stove. That's no bueno. That is no bueno. Seattle area chef suffers third-degree burns on live. Footage at 11. All right, go. Now we got our croquettes. Lots of croquettes. Okay. Reminder to self, clean stove before I use it again. All right. Oh, yeah. And we got bubbly. We could probably give it just another, you know what? I think I'll just pull it out. Set that there for just a moment. Get the trivet. So we all know how much I love to set things on fire, right? What? Huh? What do you mean no? What do you mean no? Don't tell me no.
Burn the top of that.
Huh?
Don't burn the top of that.
Oh, I'm not going to burn the top of it. I'm just going to give it a light brulee. Just a very light brulee with the torch. Timmy's going to be like, oh, thank God she's out of fuel. He tried to defrost his windshield with my torch.
It worked.
Huh?
It worked.
It worked, but now I'm out of. No, I'm not out of fuel. What the hell's wrong with this thing? So we're just looking for, just to give it a light torch. We don't want to burn it. Do. All right. And one of the things that I neglected to put in this fish dip is just a little smidge of Tabasco. Okay. So it's up to you if you want that yours. If you want to it's up to you.
That handle's gonna be hot.
I know it's going to be hot. That's why I'm turning around to get this back. Okay. So let's go back to the other this camera, or that camera. That one? Yeah. Which camera are we on? No, this one. All right. All right, here we go. Look at that. So cheesy.
3 would be better.
Huh?
3 would be better.
3? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right in front of them now.
Oh, okay. So now we got fish dip. Put that back there. Put that right there. And remember to save the gnocchi. And then we got our dill. Let's see. How's that for upstairs camera? Let's take a look here. Is that good? Okay, that's good. All right. Plucking herbs. Just a little bit of dill on the top because dill is always good. If you want, you can also get yourself some lemon. There we go. A little bit, maybe even just a little bit, just torn and sprinkled on top of the croquettes. And there we have it, guys. Mischief managed. Croquettes made of sweet potato and Tajin, and fish dip made with fish sticks and artichokes. Ha! How's that? I'm kind of afraid to consume it, but you know, I'm gonna do my best. I do want to taste that fish dip. But I don't want to ruin the picture, so I got to take a picture later. Now I'm gonna probably be like, "Oh my god, it's so hot!" Hot. Hot.
You drink right there.
I know that. I remember my drink. Oh, fuck. That candy. No, you're not late. You're early. you're early. No, seriously, you really are. You're early. We're a day early. Because if you look at the thumbnail, I put the wrong date down because I don't know how to read a calendar. Yeah, so Kanji, we made sweet potato croquettes and a fish stick and artichoke dip, hot dip to go with said croquettes. I mean, look at that. They're just gorgeous. You just stick it in there and get a little fork. And you just spoon it on there. A little spoon. Where's my spoon? Yeah, spoon. You just spoon it on the top. Oh my God, that's gonna be hot. I just know it. I just know it. All right. This is actually really good. This one definitely doesn't suck. I could actually eat this and enjoy it and think, you know what? I've got another half of a box in there in the freezer. Let's do that again, but maybe with spinach. Mm. Oh, yummy. That works. I think this is a win. All right. Paper towel. Oh my God. My mouth is on fire. Oh, shit. All right, Munchy Muffy, guess what time it is? It's time to spin for the next one. Mm. Yeah, this is outrageous. It's really outrageous. Okay, so before I spin the wheel, who wants to say meat, protein, starch, or rando? First person to say meat, starch, fish, or meat, starch, meat, starch. Thank you, meat. Thank you. I can't talk today. All right, let's see. Oh, that was a sucky ass spin. There we go. That's a real spin. What did we get? Venison. All right. All right. What's the next one going to be? We got starch, veg, and rando. I know, right? I love venison. Starch is next. We got elbow noodles. Elbow nudes. Send nudes. All right. What's next? We got veg is next. Okay, so let's give this a spin. Oh, lima beans.
Cool.
What?
I like lima beans.
Really?
Yeah.
How come I'm just... Okay, so the last one's the rando. And we got Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. All right, so should we stick with those four or should we spin for another rando? Would you like another rando? Yes, deer is very organic and we have deer in our yard too. I love venison. It's very tasty. One more rando? Okay, so we're going to go for one more rando. Let's go for it. Please not be Vienna sausages. Pickles? Oh, God. Pickles. Okay. All right, so we got Bambi, elbow nudes, lima beans, Worcestershire, and pickles. All right. All right, so who has not contributed to this board yet or to this wheel yet? Who has not? Because we have to fill it all in.
Lots of people.
Lots of people. Well, all right. Yes, pickles are interesting, but if they're treated as an acid, they can actually work quite well. Very favorable, especially with venison. I'm kidding. I don't know. I have no clue. I've never put pickles with venison before, but I'm sure that Bambi would not approve. I love you too. I love you long time. Long time. $5. Okay. If you know the movie reference. Oh, okay, so elbow nudes getting taken off. All right, so the key to picking items for this is to pick the most screwed up thing, but please do not say crab, lobster, or sea urchin. I cannot eat those three things. I just can't. All right, $5. $5. Okay, so who has not contributed to this?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Larry says shrimp. Larry says shrimp. Do we have shrimp already on here? We do not. All right, so Larry says shrimp. Oh, it'd be helpful if I erased venison, huh? We're going to change that to shrimpies. Shrimps. All right. All right. Hey, Des. Des? Is Des in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Des. Fried pickle slices. I love fried pickle slices. All right. So now we're looking for, huh?
What do we need next?
We need a vegetable. Who wants to name a vegetable? First person to say a vegetable. So far we got
Leroy.
corn. What?
Leroy.
Leroy.
He's a vegetable.
No, not that kind of a vegetable. We're talking ones that are edible, not something that, would put me on PETA's radar. We already have leeks on there. Broccoli, we already have broccoli on there. We have bean sprouts, Brussels sprouts, leeks, beets, asparagus, Swiss chard, spinach, peas, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, carrot, and corn. Acorn squash. Okay, so we can definitely put acorn squash. That works. Thank you, Des.
That works. Hi, Rufus.
Hi, Roof. All right, so now we need, oh my God, what the hell did I just do? Acorn starch, I wrote. Why is this not wiping off? This is a Sharpie, or this is a dry erase pen. Okay, there we go. Acorn squash. All right, so now we need a starch. Oh, I bet they love your name. Egg noodles. See, do we have egg noodles on here yet? We do not have egg noodles on here yet. Man, that would go well with the venison. Egg nudes. All right, so now we got a rando. Rando could be literally any ingredient as long as it's not intended for pets. We have green olives, Old Bay, frozen hash brown patties, gnocchi, dark chocolate, pimento, black beans, potato chips, pork rinds, Vienna sausage, cheese whiz, and Twizzlers. Chocolate? Just regular chocolate, because we have dark chocolate on here already. Pistachios. Pistachios. Pistachio. And then hey, Oracles, welcome. Please go also check out Oracle's channel. We got lots of content creators here tonight. So we got Peaceful Des. She cooks and roasts. Oracles has been helping me with my channel today. He's been doing great. He's awesome. Larry. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Coffee Cake. Love and Bish. killing it and grilling it, of course. Can't forget him. Thank you for the support, Oracles. Okay, so we need another rando. We need one more rando, or should I pick a rando out of there? Apricot jelly, let's see here. Pork shoulder steak, caramel. We already had caramel like 3 spins ago. Sumac. Sumac would be great, actually. And no, it's people have asked me before, sumac, is that the one that's poisonous? No. Although marmalades, tiger and marmalade. All right. There we have it. Our wheel is now replenished. But for the time being, coming soon to a YouTube channel near you, venison, elbow nudes, lima beans, Worcestershire, and pickles. Poke salad. Ooh, poke sounds good. Marmalade is kind of like a jam. And usually it's like orange and lemon, and you freeze the oranges and lemons until they're almost fully frozen, but not quite. And you slice them, and then you take them and you put them into a pot with a whole lot of sugar, and you let them simmer and simmer and simmer, and the natural pectins will actually thicken it into a jelly. So, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. It is 7:12. We've been here for an hour and 12 minutes. But does that really count because I'm a day early? I don't know. Don't judge me, but judge me. Don't judge me. Thank you. You know, and if I didn't have all these ring lights, you'd be like, does she have any lighting in her house? Anywhere in the house? And the worst lighting in here. And that's what's prevented me from starting a channel to begin with, because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but you know, I was like worried what everybody would think because I don't have that picture perfect kitchen. I'm not that cute little 20-something-year-old, you know, and some people say that I'm the most boringest person in the world, but you know what? I don't give a fudge what anybody thinks of me, because I am me in all of my glory, fluffiness. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm taking the day off to do some video editing tomorrow and work on Squirrel's comic novella that I've been wanting to do, but got sidetracked horribly. So we will be back on Monday with cassoulet. So Munchie Mafia, don't forget, cook with love, eat with passion. Thank you so much for all your support. We're halfway there to the first half of the monetization. Thank you so much for everything, and have a good night.